smile.
The guys and I are about to start a whitewater trip at Ice Out and excitement's running high. But the water levels have skyrocketed in the past few days and my anxiety is even higher. The power of ice-cold raging rapids can be humbling on a good day and deadly on a bad one.
I'm the biggest loose nationer. Biggest what? Loose nationer.
Blade up, straight blade, clear to proceed. Blade like this, stop.
Before we ran the first set on the Tatachicapica River, we checked our safety gear and Brad made sure we were all on the same page about some fundamentals. Xander has paddled some big sets before, and Brad is a serious whitewater canoeist, making me the least skilled whitewater paddler in the group. With the spring melt and heavy snowfall over the winter, our route also has an active flood warning. My relative inexperience and the extreme water levels have my stomach in knots and I'm imagining the worst. But canoe tripping is my life, and if I never leave my comfort zone, I'll never grow as a paddler.
Yeah. Nice little class 2. We'll get her done.
Brad's going first.
Alright, here goes nothing. Nice and slow. Oh, baby.
The rapid itself went fine, but immediately after, complacency set in, and I casually tried to eddy out to watch Sanders run. The river quickly took me into these cedars, and overhanging trees can be deadly in current. Thankfully, these ones will just teach me a little lesson. I stopped my camera for a moment, but Brad is still rolling.
Oh, I saw you on the eddy.
Baby! It's done!
Did you do that on purpose?
Not really, but I didn't fight it. I've wanted to dump for a while, just to experience it.
It's okay. I was rusty and I hit the rock slightly on that.
It was so stupid. I was like, I guess we should watch him.
Yeah. Well, I saw you and I'm like, you're not in a good position.
I don't know why I tried to go over to that side. I was thinking I could eddy out there, but that was stupid. I'll go over to shore here. Oh, I've always wanted to go for a swim. I just got caught up. I tried to eddy out in the stupid spot in the branches. And...
All right, I'll go get your boat. At least your dry shoe works.
Woo! That's good. I'm glad that happened, honestly.
Bring it up like this, right?
Second rapid already. Brad said this one might have sweepers, as he recalls last time. Trees hanging over the river. Can be very dangerous.
You know what? You stay right, you're gonna miss that strainer. So you have to stay to the right of it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, here comes Brad. He's running it first. Nice and steady. Very nice. Oh yeah, very nice. Good job, Brad. Oh, it looks like a raging torrent down there. Oh man. Why do I do this to myself? Unconventional! So far, so decent. Getting by with the skin of my teeth. We're paddling down the river looking for a campsite. We've been looking for a while. Sun is starting to get low. We're hungry. It's well past dinner, and I'm pretty spent. There's a lot of emotional energy that goes into doing something that really scares you, and I'm hungry and I'm tired. So hopefully we find something soon.
Top heavy. I just kind of rated what I had in the cupboard, and that was it.
What a beautiful evening. Yeah, okay. So this should be home for the night. I'm just checking it out to make sure, but it looks like the clearest with the best water access. Not exactly flat tent pads, but close enough. Beggars can't be choosers. So after that dump, I noticed that my day bag did leak some water. It's not wet, but it was damp. And I just dumped out my big dry bag. I sealed it up tight. It had at least 4 rolls, and I snugged these side straps down tight, and it's damp in there. So that's not great. Like, everything I have is damp right now, sleeping bag included. So thankfully I have support. I'll get my filter going for.
Yeah, maybe get a fire going.
Got a crisis situation here. Xander is entrapped. I don't think he's gonna make it. Say goodbye. Who do you want to say goodbye to
Help.
in your last moments?
I love your mom, Dad.
Jesus. Ah, he's alive.
Breathe. Xander very kindly hung up a line for me, and there's a bit of sunlight left to hopefully get this reasonably dry. Thankfully I keep my clothes in a separate dry bag within the dry pack, so for safety really. It's gonna be below freezing tonight, so got our tents up. I'm rocking the tent on this trip, the Wildlands tent, because we knew we'd be coming through all this burnt area, and yeah, it's a good thing I don't have the hammock. I'll miss it, but it's not practical or safe in these burnt environments. Hanging off any of these trees is just asking for trouble. Getting dark, but thankfully a fair amount of light this time of year. Celebratory swig, scotch. To conquering fear and dumping. Thankfully it is a really gorgeous night. We're all getting meals going. Doing sweet potato and sausages. Yeah. Brad's got a steak and some side dish he's doing on the burner. Yeah. Feels good to be here. Yeah, I'm content to stay up a little and sleep in a little. Got chili tonight to make burritos. Brought an avocado, cheese, some green onions, sriracha, and some fresh tomatoes as well. Much needed. What time is it? Like close to 9? That's gotta be after 9 actually.
Yeah, probably
And
9.
so all of us haven't eaten since noon or earlier. Just they got away from us. Got 3 of these. I'm gonna put them in the pan and toast them up first. Desperately want to eat one though. You guys thinking of setting an alarm or just whatever?
The sun's gonna hit my eyes. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true. The sun will be up pretty early, so it'll probably wake us.
Or John's gonna be waking up, making us coffee.
I could probably just sleep forever in that tent, but I'll hear noises and wake up.
Yeah, I think just whoever feels like getting up and starting the fire, go for it. The others will follow.
I feel it's gonna be chilly, and I'm not gonna want to leave that sleeping bag at
100%,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to -2.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
That's
at
pretty
least I think.
cold.
Morning.
Morning.
Shit.
Heating up water. So warm. Thank you.
Chilly morning. Some much needed coffee. We're excited for today, eh? No. Got nothing. I didn't think anyone would realize you're talking. Beautiful morning here. And today is going to be a big day. We've got a lake to get through that's probably going to have ice on it and a lot more rapids today. Yesterday took a lot out of me, and I'm hoping today, you know, it was a good experience, but I'm hoping today goes smoothly and the rapids don't scare me too much.
Brad, how you feeling about today?
I'm feeling really pumped up for today.
Yeah.
Gonna be hitting a good stretch of whitewater, and really excited because I know there's some decent technical sets down here. So I'm just excited to hit some decent whitewater again.
That's the spirit. Xander, what are your thoughts on today? Feeling good?
I'm cold. I'm hungry. Call my mom, tell her to pick me up.
Take bets on how much ice is gonna be on this Kawambi.
Oh yeah. Maybe we'll get lucky and this flow will have carved out a channel.
We're coming up to the lake, one lake on this route, and it looks like it's ice free, which would be huge for us. Otherwise we'd be dragging over the ice, or walking along shore or something like that. Nothing fun. So this is fantastic. Probably just went out, eh?
Yeah.
Just. Okay, we got like a 1.5 kilometer continuous rapid here, Brad says, which should be class 1, 2, but we don't know in these water levels, so hopefully it's good, friendly.
Fair bit of water there already. Oh man, I better find an eddy because I already have more water than I like. Nice and wide open though. That's nice. Oh boy. That's nice. So much water in the boat. Oh man. Hey Brad, I'm gonna eddy out here. Finally an eddy. Oh, just in time. Starting to get too much water in here. There you go. Up. Nice. Well done. Thanks, man. Well done. I got a lot of water in the boat. I bet you did. You fill up? Yeah. A little bit. You hit any rock? No, just I plowed a bit. Oh, I missed it. Oh yeah, this looks nice. Beautiful. I think this is the end. That's nice. That was fun. That's the kind of whitewater I enjoy. Woo! That's my cup of tea, man. Like, that was easy, obviously. But that's what I enjoy.
But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was just class 1, you think?
There was 2 in the middle.
Yeah.
That upper
Oh
stretch,
yeah.
right, yeah, the
Where you
second.
filled up, that's definitely two.
Yeah, you're right. Dude, that run is what I needed yesterday. I feel so good after that one, just within my comfort zone, you know? Starting a bit outside my comfort zone was tough for me.
Really neat seeing the regrowth with this forest fire. That rapid felt great. Moving on. So we're at what should be a class 3 ledge, which I'll probably have to portage. I fill with water instantly, I think, so. But we're all gonna take out and have a look. Oh man, it looks beefy. Beefy, followed by more beefiness down there.
Big set that it goes in here, that's a C2 flush. So you're gonna fill up on the first dump. You're not really gonna have enough time. There is an eddy over there on the right, but you want to be more river right, it looks like over here to enter. It's definitely doable. You punch through and down.
Yeah, so none of us are gonna run it. Brad is decked, and he would if there was a pool at the end of it, but you know, Xander and I haven't done a river rescue before, so it's kind of just in the best interest of the group to not. I'm gonna scout ahead, see what else this rapid holds. There go the guys. I'm taking the portage on this one. There's a blind corner that we can't scout, and I'm just erring on the side of caution. Had to take the canoe out anyway, so I figured I might as well just carry on down. Looks pretty manageable though. I heard Brad scream with delight. It's always a good sign. There's Xander, made his turn. Good job.
Just walk this road right here. I had to enter under that tree, and I had to cut across and avoid that big rock, and it was sketchy. But today, should be pretty simple. Run the tongue right down there. Don't go to the center, kind of come over to the left, and then follow the wave train out.
Sweet.
Your only interesting spot is right here. Make sure you come through the tongue cleanly, and then get over.
Okay, next rapid. Another class 2. Brad's, our fearless leader, is leading the way.
On this rapid, you could come down the middle and then go hard left to avoid pinning on a big rock, or sneak down the left side. I chose the latter option, but hugged the shore a little too closely, and there would be a price to pay for that.
That didn't go well. The rest should be pretty simple, but thought I could sneak there. I did not clear that rock. I hit it hard, man. Is that one of the top? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't clear it. Oh boy. That sounded beefy. Brad gave a good scream. Yeah, so this is the blast right here. That was super fun.
Did you take that wave like dead on?
No, I saw your boat do like one of these and I just went off a little to the side.
So after hitting that rock hard on the last big rapid, I have been taking on water, slow leak. Gonna have to deal with that at camp. I did bring marine epoxy and some fiberglass cloth. And my big dry pack is leaking again today, so not ideal, but hopefully we can set up early. Thank goodness it's sunny and I can dry out.
We're not scouting this one. Brad remembers it being pretty clean. Looks nice so far. Yeah. Away from the standing wave.
Got enough water coming in the boat from the bottom. Don't need more in the top.
Having to bail pretty often to keep the boat not too full of water. We're at the next rapid, which is a class 3 ledge. Brad says there's a pretty dangerous keeper on it. Recirculating water that would potentially hold you. And I'm definitely portaging around it. They're still mulling it over, but probably gonna have to portage as well. And with this canoe, this is not my normal canoe, which is probably not helping on this trip, but it's got a removable yoke, so it's got to be taken on and off for portages. And it's a narrower beam than I'm used to. It's a 29-inch beam, the widest point, and usually I'm paddling a PAL, which is 34 inches, or a Prospector at 36. It's a bit more tippy than most canoes that I use, and you sit closer to the middle, which really changes the balance and the turning of the canoe. I find I'm just not used to it. You could get used to it, but I somewhat regret bringing it. But it's either this or a 17-foot Prospector, which is too big for soloing and for my preference, or my 16-foot PAL, which I was worried about, you know, potentially pinning. Like, it's my go-to canoe, and I didn't want to lose it, so I brought this. But anyway, learning lots. That's the most important thing. So this canoe had a lot of these scratches before, but there's a deep gouge here, and that's where the water was coming in today. So I'm going to try and dry it out, push any water out. It's a cedar strip canoe made with pine, so the wood's going to rot if it's wet in there. I don't know what I can do about that on this trip, but for now I'll dry it as much as I can, and then I will put on the epoxy and maybe the fiberglass cloth. Really glad that we set up camp in good time today. It's about 5 o'clock, maybe a bit after. It gives us time to deal with stuff. I'm drying out my gear back there. Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. So we came up, ran this one today. That was a longer one. I portaged that one, ran, and we ran, and we are now up here at this class 3 ledge, and it's a nice little campsite. And then tomorrow we'll have a class 2 there, and then continue up the river, another class 1 or 2, some C1 Swifts. Looks like probably easier rapids tomorrow. Brad's got these black bean patties. The other things you can do with them, you can turn them into like a veggie burger patty, which sounds fantastic. Definitely gonna get some of these. So for this trip I brought marine epoxy and some fiberglass cloth. It's part hardener, part resin. This is a marine epoxy, so you can actually apply it and it will cure underwater if you needed to. Mix it together for at least a minute, and then it takes 2 hours to cure once applied.
Yeah, you just gotta wear gloves with those.
Yeah, you should. That's what I have to do. I probably could have just put the epoxy. At home I've got some clear West systems epoxy, which I really like, but that's at home. That is an ugly job.
Wow.
I don't care about Canoe aesthetics, thankfully. They tend to get beaten up, and it's just nicer not to have to worry. It is what it is.
I can sleep like a baby tonight now.
Yeah, this fire has too much juice left. Chilly night out there. We're in our tents. Feels good. Pretty exhausted, just from willing myself to do things that scare me more than anything else. But the sun, the company, the weather overall, just fantastic. And that's if this was a tough weather trip, it would really change the flavor of it. So. Yeah, the guys being very supportive and the sunshine are making everything good. Learning. It's a good day. It was a frosty night last night. We all felt fairly chilly, but again, the sun's just doing us so many favors on this trip. Not a cloud again. Well, some clouds are there, but fantastic weather. How's this feeling? It feels pretty solid. That's good. Alright. Feel good about that. Breakfast this morning, I've got dehydrated dal palak. First time I'll be having it. Add the water. I'm going to put some rice in there as well to beef it up. And the coffee. Much needed. Feeling great today though, well rested. It's nice, eh? Dumped it all in the pot, cooked it. Rice is perfect now. And this is delicious. I also threw a little butter in there just for some fattiness. And some sriracha. It's got spinach, lentils, I can't remember what else, but yeah, that's the gist of it. Spices, but it's great. So that class 3 ledge over there, it drains out into, what would you say, class 2?
Class 2.
Class 2. And we're all going to give it a run. There's a put in here midway down the rapids, so could just go down to the pool, but let's start the day out with some fun.
No dumps.
No dumps. Brad's got this beautiful whitewater set up, and here he goes. Work his way as far upstream as possible. Get a nice wide arc, and there he goes. Good job, man.
All right, here we go. Yeah, baby! Oh yeah! I'm sitting, I totally forgot to kneel.
I don't paddle this canoe often, and it's considerably different from the canoes I normally paddle. Something was wrong with the balance of the canoe on the first 2 days, and it seemed to want to turn on me. Sitting on the seat really seemed to help the balance, despite that it's much better to kneel in rapids. Soon we would identify the root of the issue, but for now I would run some rapids seated.
It's really clean. Does feel the center of gravity is different though, for sure. But burning is so much better.
So there was a big fire through the Tatachikapika River in 2012, but this area has burned previously before. So there's a young stand of jack pine, which you can still kind of see clinging to the forested slopes around here. But when the fire came, burned through here, there was already a minimal amount of fuel load here. And there wasn't a lot of mature jack pines to release seeds. So this area basically got burned over twice, and the resulting landscape kind of resembles the barrens. I was last through here about 4 years ago. There was pretty much next to nothing in terms of green growth, but now there's a bunch of 2 to 4 foot tall jack pines. But this area still has quite the wide, sweeping, open views. Just shows you the power of a forest fire, but also how nature comes to reclaim the land in a short span of time afterwards.
Smells just beautiful up here, eh?
Yeah.
Must be too juicy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because when you get here, you have to get around that tongue. There's no way you're gonna have enough time. Your snake line is definitely on the far side. Yeah.
I mean, I could try and stick to the right, but there is definitely a chance I'll get pulled.
Okay, Class 3 Rapid Round 2, John's Canoe. Never paddled this boat before. We'll see how she feels in the rapids. It's a 15-footer. It's got a lot of flexibility to it. Like, I like this. All feels pretty good. Always nervous using someone else's canoe because it's not your own. You don't want to ruin someone's boat. Not that I would, but it's just a fear in the back of your mind that, you know, when you're using someone else's equipment, you want to be gentle with it. When you're doing big rapids, there's always a risk. Doesn't matter how small the set is, there's always a risk of something going wrong. Drop your paddle, you fumble, you hit that mystery rock underneath there. You can pin in the tiniest of water, but of course going through the big waves always make the heart pound into your throat. A little tippier than I'm used to. That's also a good thing. It means it can roll and recover nicely. All right, let's do this. Let's get serious. Let's try. Yeah, this thing works. I'm gonna try a really safe line.
So I didn't feel comfortable running this one. Brad is kindly doing it for me.
That's why you brace, baby! Yeah! Nice little low brace there. I kind of approached that at a bit of a weird angle. But again, first time in this canoe, it turns a little faster than the Prospector. Although it's half full of water right now, so you lose some forward stability. However, that is why you want to throw out braces and you want to master braces. Because I didn't really have to brace in the Prospector, but John's Canoe, definitely being open, taking on water, had to brace twice through there. Not bad though. That was actually pretty fun. And I'm not a bad friend after all. I didn't ruin John's equipment, so that's a bonus. He might want to trip with me again.
Good job, man.
That's awesome.
Filled up, it was fun though.
Yeah, I thought it would fill up on that first wave. So Brad did me a big favor there and ran that rapid with my boat. Saved me kind of an ugly portage. And he did a great job on it and gave me a tip. When he got in, I noticed his feet were under the seat. I've been running with my feet against the back of the seat. That puts me about a foot further ahead. And that's probably exactly why the balance has changed. There's been too much weight in the front. So I'm really excited to run some more with my feet under the seat. I was worried that was going to be like an entrapment issue, but it sounds like it's not. So let's try some more.
So Brad said this one could be pretty beefy. Just see if these flows what it's like. Yeah, it looks pretty turbulent down there. Could be interesting. Oh yeah! Oh boy! Yeah! Woohoo! Awesome. Good fun. That was a fun one. Moving back just a little completely changed the balance of the boat. That's been the problem this whole time. I knew it just didn't turn right. Like the front always wanted to move. Man, that was huge. Just getting that little tip from Brad when I watched him get in the boat. Saw it immediately. That's awesome.
Coming up to a waterfall, so we have to make sure we make our takeout, which is always a bit more dangerous thing when in high water like this. Yeah, that's the falls there, so.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Made it to our portage and our campsite for the night. A little nerve-wracking, making sure you just don't completely botch taking out here, but it was all fine.
We're all just getting set up here. Beautiful spot right beside these falls. Great place to spend our last night here. Total disaster. The fire pit here hasn't had any maintenance. Overloaded with degrading ash, and the rocks are just all over. So Brad's doing some good work there. Rebuilding it. Xander and I will get on firewood. Well, we're packing up this morning. Trip's basically done. The rest of the way is probably not going to be too eventful. Some little rapids that'll be less of a test than what has taken place so far. Great learning experience. I'm really happy that I pushed myself to do it. There were moments in the days leading up where I was looking at the flood warning and actually debating bailing on the trip. I didn't want to be a liability for these guys. Not just my own fear, but I didn't want to be slowing them down. But ultimately, that wasn't the case, and like most times in life when you're really scared of something, it usually ends up being not that bad. So, and I owe a lot of that to Xander and Brad, who were amazing teachers, super patient and supportive, never pushing me to do anything. In fact, just the opposite, saying, if you don't want to do it, don't. You know, you can portage, we'll run it, we'll wait for you. There was never any pressure, so that was really appreciated. Gave a great environment to learn, so thanks to Xander and Brad.
Okay, here we go.
on to the rest of the route. I think we got about 15 kilometers left or so.
The rest of our paddle home was easy class 1 and flat water, but there was one decent set left to send us off.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Where did that rock come from?
I know, I did not see that. I thought that was a standing wave.
I thought I was about to wrap there. Sketchy. Awesome trip, guys.
Fantastic. It's great.
Good start to the season.
Get that brain going on, get that rapids, eh?
Oh my god! I didn't know you had that in you. That was impressive.
But my brain hurt, actually.
Good John, so pretentious with his black coffee.
I can't believe you didn't pour mine second. You poured yours. You should have been poured last.
Here, John,
You ever
just make sure
hosted or-
I'll make sure to just give you extra for that.
Get that stupid tripod leg out of here.
Sanders interview.
Take it easy.
Please look at this lens.
Brad over here. Brad on this one?
So I just look like dead on between the two of them.
Everyone's gonna think you're daft.
On the river, on the Tatapica Chica River, hurtling towards the class 3. Gosh golly gee, what have I got myself into this time?